G'day everyone, welcome back. It's season 2023 AFL's final season. Rem and Gordo's third year doing the YouTubes. How are you, Gordo?
Good, thanks, Remdog. I'm excited to be back. Fantastic to have you back from WA as well.
Yes.
Pleasure to see you.
You too.
Alrighty, let's get into it. So, welcome to the 2023 Finals Series. Beginning with round one tonight of the finals, we've got Collingwood versus Melbourne at the MCG.
So it's the qualifying final, 1v4. Big game at the MCG. We're expecting 90,000 plus. I believe 96k we're expecting, Gordo.
Hopefully a full crowd anyway. Maybe the weather might turn a few away, but surely not. It's finals footy. Can't get better.
What are you most looking forward to? Big matchups everywhere on the ground.
I'm excited to see the Goey burst out of the stoppage in the middle. I think Collingwood have lacked that recently, and it would be good to have him doing that.
I agree, 100%. But it's Melbourne's midfield. Max Gawn, Viney, Petrarca, Oliver. Are they going to be too powerful for Collingwood? I just think they've got a burst of firepower and also speed in there that I think it's above Collingwood for this game. But we'll wait and see.
We will. I hope Petrarca plays forward. I think he's going to be really dangerous tonight if the weather does turn. Alrighty, next game we've got Carlton versus Sydney Friday night at the MCG.
Yes, it's 5th v 8th. It's the elimination final. So loser, see you later.
That's right. What are you expecting to see out of this one?
I think it's Patrick Cripps is the main talking point for me. It's his first final. He's waited so long for this, Gordo. He's waited his whole career for this moment, as they said during the week on the AFL shows, analysing the game. I just feel like he's ready to get 30 touches and kick a couple of goals to really lift Carlton into the semi-finals.
And wouldn't you love to see it? I think Cripps is definitely made for finals, but so is Harry Mackay and Charlie Kerner. I'm looking forward to the Kerner and Mackay show. Yeah. I bet you are as well.
Yes.
Alrighty, our third game of the round, we've got Saints versus GWS. This one's at the MCG.
Yep, so it's the other elimination final, 6v7. I feel like the Saints, they're going to be an interesting proposition here. Only played 2 matches at the MCG this year, and bit of controversy around should have it been at Marvel, shouldn't it not? But it is at the MCG, and that's where you've got to win the grand final. So that's that. But Saints, Jack Higgins, big talking point here, I reckon. He's got the ability to go forward and kick a couple of goals. I think Saints small forwards could be crucial in this because we know how good Toby Bedford and Brent Daniels are for GWS. They always get on the scoreboard, Gordo, nearly always.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Giants have been playing a winning brand of football recently, a brand of football that's going to stand up in the finals, as you saw Geelong do last year. So I'm really looking forward to see how they go.
Yeah, good point, Gordo. All right, last match. It's up at the Gabba. We've got Brisbane Lions versus Port Adelaide. What are you looking forward to in this qualifying final?
I'm excited to see how Brisbane's forwards will fire. Hipwood and Danaher were probably unlucky to miss out on the All-Australian selection. Maybe Danaher kicked 50 goals, which is a great achievement.
I think so.
Just hoping that neither of them go missing. You want to see the best players stand up and kick a lot of goals. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Port would be a tough challenge for them going up to the Gabba. I believe Brisbane haven't lost many games in the last 50 games there.
No, and they haven't lost at the Gabba this year.
That's incredible.
Incredible
record.
And for Port Adelaide, I'm going to talk about Connor Rozee and Zach Butters. If there's any chance in this game, you need to stop these two guys. All Australian 2023. And to go up against Lachie Neale and Josh Dunkley in the midfield is going to be fascinating. I think if Port are any chance in this game, Connor Rozee and Zach Butters have to combine, I reckon, for 40 plus disposals at least.
Absolutely. I reckon keep an eye on Jared Berry in this one. Loves the final. Kept Clayton Oliver to not many last year when Brisbane got the job done at the MCG. So looking forward to seeing who he goes to. I expect he'll probably go to Zach Butters.
Yeah. Who knows in this game? It's going to be very exciting to watch.
Something that we haven't done before is the AFL Finals brackets. So we've prepared some brackets that will appear on the screen shortly. I'll begin with mine. I've got Collingwood winning tonight. I've got Carlton winning tomorrow night. GWS on Saturday afternoon and Brisbane winning at home. That would mean that Carlton will play Melbourne, and I've got Carlton just getting the job done, meaning Melbourne will go out in straight sets. GWS should lose to Port. I believe that Port will be too strong. I can't see them losing 2 in a row. That means Collingwood will play Port at the MCG, where I can see Collingwood getting over the top. So I feel like it's really crucial that whoever wins this first final will probably walk into the grand final, I would say. We've got Brisbane beating Carlton as well at home. They get 2 home games in a row if they win on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah. Then it'll be, what have we got? Brisbane versus Collingwood in the grand final. And I think that the Pies will be too strong on their home deck. I can definitely see it happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, my premier for 2023 should be Collingwood.
Very good, Gordo. I like that finals bracket. We'll see what happens. So just going to mine now. So I reckon tonight, Melbourne over the Pies. I reckon tomorrow night you'll see Carlton beat Sydney. Saturday afternoon I've got GWS winning against Saints, and then Brisbane beating Port at the Gabba. In the semi-finals, what we have is I reckon Collingwood to beat Carlton and Port Adelaide to beat GWS. In the prelims, we've got Collingwood to beat Brisbane at the Gabba, and also Melbourne will be too strong for Port Adelaide at home at the MCG. All right, and the premiership I've got for 2023 will be Melbourne Football Club over Collingwood Football Club in the grand final. I think they'll be too strong for this year, and you'll see all of Melbourne's players up and about on the last day of September. All right, moving on. We're going to pick our Norm Smith medalists for this year as well, with the grand final just done. So what do we think, Gordo?
If all goes to plan and Collingwood do win tonight, and they get a week off before their preliminary final, I can see Nick Dacos getting up in his second game back to win the Norm Smith medal for 2023.
How big would that be? And for me, I reckon bolter for the Norm Smith. I've gone with Keziah Pickett. I think he could pop up and kick a lazy 4 or 5 goals to sink Collingwood in the grand final. It will be interesting though. All right, we'll move on now to Mr. September. Gordo, who do you reckon?
I've got Lachie Neale as my Mr. September. I can see him standing out in the first 3 games of the finals and putting up a good performance in the grand final. Solely because I believe that he came out during the year and said that he's starting to feel good again. And I think that's really dangerous coming into a big final series.
Very good, Gordo. Rate that. All right, moving on to my tip. I reckon Christian Petrarca. He's a powerful athlete that's got endurance and also muscular power and strength. He's the ability to be able to win matches off his own boot is very few players in the comp, and he's able to go in the midfield or up forward and single-handedly nearly get Melbourne over the line during the season. So I think he's going to do it again for Melbourne.
Yeah, he's fantastic this year.
Yeah, in the finals. Moving on to our last prediction of the session, we have Brownlow medalist, Gordo. Who are we going with?
I've got Marcus Bontempelli. I think he's going to be really hard to beat. It will come down to the last few rounds, but I think that he'll poll enough throughout the year to get him in front of Nick Dacos, Zach Butters and Christian Petrarca.
Yeah, very good. And I'm exactly the same in first place for Marcus Bontempelli. He's had a standout year for Western Bulldogs. Even though they couldn't make finals, he was their shining light throughout season 2023. Led by example as captain and showed the rest of the team how to play for the Doggies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been great.
It has. And we'll just finish on a fun fact for you. Neither of our teams, Geelong or West Coast, are not going to appear in the finals for the first time in 22 years.
That's incredible.
So, yeah, it's a
big
big stat. Next year, though, I'm sure both of us will make it, maybe.
All right, we'll see you back next week. Thanks for listening
Thanks
to
very
round
much.
1.
Thank you. Cheers.